Hey everybody, welcome to Mammoth Interactive's YouTube channel. First of all, I want to thank you for watching this video. And remember that this channel doesn't do Patreon. Instead, we sell our digital courses down below. And every single dollar that we get from the products you buy below goes into making more content. The best way to help out this channel and Mammoth Interactive is to subscribe to Mammoth Interactive's huge library of content. Get thousands of hours and hundreds of courses for a low price down below. We have a monthly option and a yearly option. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the video.
Okay, we're going to be starting on a new project. We're just going to go ahead and simply go into File, Create New, and we're going to set the project canvas size to 50 by 50 pixels, and I'm going to call this the Netroid tutorial, or just Toot001. Click OK, and as you can see, we have a fairly small size canvas right here, and it's just a quick and simple setup of our canvas. Just zoom in right here. As you can see, some things that we need to make sure that are set properly so that our sort of pixel art right here is going to work properly. We're just going to go into our settings here. Let's see, preferences, general. I'm going to make sure that the image interpolation is set to nearest neighbor. Also, I'm going to make it so that the units and rulers, as you can see right here, everything is set over here. Guides, grids, guides and grids and slices. We're going to make sure that the grid is set to 1 pixel, so that as you can see right here, the grid itself is 1 pixel. It's perfectly set to like the smallest pixel as we can. So that we get like a true single pixel every time we paint something right here. And yeah, that's pretty much what we need to do for the setup of our canvas so that we can start working on our game assets right here. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, now that we've got our canvas set up, we can go over to our tools here and check everything out to make sure they're all right. First off, with the brush tool, I've sort of switched it over to the pencil tool right here. And well, I switched it over previously in different projects and stuck with the settings from the previous settings. Pencil tool, we're just going to make sure that it is not in brush tool. We'll go into pencil, make sure the pixel size or the brush size is set to 1 pixel. And also same thing with the eraser tool. Just switch the base default size to 1 pixel. So whatever we work on in here is just 1 single pixels. And it just makes it look nice. So it's not, like this huge blob or something that you see here and there. Okay, first off, let's go ahead and just create a new folder, and I'm going to call this folder the background folder, or just background, and let's make a subfolder. I'm going to drag this inside here. Let's call this the floor folder, and in the floor folder, I'm going to click on create new layer right here. It's another button right beside the folder right here, bottom right. Click on that, and just in case, I'm going to drag this in here. Okay, it's in the folder right now. And yeah, we can just start working on our image here, or our layer right here. You can turn off the background as well. Don't really need that in the future, since we're going to be taking all these pieces and just throwing them into our game. We want to have sort of this transparency in background in case we want to, sort of stitch things together. We don't want a perfectly white background right there. That will sort of might mess things up. Anyways, let's go click on the rectangular marquee tool. I'm just going to drag from bottom to about midpoint or so, like right here. I'm going to go and select a nice dark blue sort of color, or navy blue, something like this. Let's go function shift F5 to fill in the location. Click OK or enter, and you just basically fill this general area with our color right here. And just deselect. We're going to create a new layer, and I am going to add on some details onto this sort of floor image right here. You could be lazy, you don't really want to add any details onto your floor, but I feel like I'm going to add some things to make it look nice. So yeah, we just do this right here. So let's go ahead and maybe select a nice dark, or not dark, something bright green, bright blue, maybe turquoise, something like this. So kind of contrasts the dark floor right here. I'm going to go into the brush, well, our pencil tool right here, click on B, and I'm just going to, I guess, draw something like this, something of floor, something that makes it so that it looks continuous. Let's maybe draw another line over here. I'm going to draw to this. I'm going to make sort of a circuit looking image. Actually, that's not perfectly straight. Let's zoom in a little. I'm going to grab this part, click E, erase this bit, click from this one point and hold shift, click to the second point. It should erase in a straight line. Does the same thing for drawing with the paintbrush. If you go click point A, first pixel, and I'll just show you right here. If you click point A, okay, I'm just gonna undo everything. Point A, and to point B, hold shift, click on this area. It'll just drag or draw an entire line from point A to point B, and it just makes life really easy when you want to draw a, I guess, straight line or certain unbroken sort of lines. Just a lot faster. You don't have to, manually paint the whole thing. Okay, let's just undo all those things right here. I'm gonna just continue with our circuit looking image right here. Let's see, one dot doesn't seem really that good. Maybe draw a thicker line right here, make it look nicer. That doesn't seem that good right here. Let's maybe make this a little wider. Or I can make this actual sort of square right here. 1 point here, and I feel like I should make it a little even, like so. Well, 3 pixel wide sort of a line connecting to our square right here. Can take this piece right here, gonna use the Marquee tool, copy and paste, hold command, slightly shift this guy downwards, a little like so, and we can kind of connect this later on as well. Since this is going to be our floor block, we're going to make sure that there is no weird sort of cuts when we offset this image right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and maybe make this a little bit more pushed in like so. I'm going to merge these two layers. Merge. Just select both layers, scroll down, right click, scroll down, merge layers, get a singular layer right here. Just let me move this guy over, or just these guys right here, these sort of nodes right here, move them inwards, and I am going to slightly shift it downwards over here. And let's go ahead, I'm going to copy this guy right here, copy and paste. We're going to take this layer, go to image, or actually edit. There should be a transform. Where are you, transform? Right here. Go to transform option. We're going to flip this horizontally, so it looks like it's on the other side right here, as you can see right there. And I'm also going to slightly just flip this vertically, so it's like upside down. And I am going to piece this sort of line over here. I'm going to make this connect to over here. You don't have to. You can maybe let it sort of sit as a, I guess, a separate sort of piece right here, but it'll look kind of weird when you're offsetting things right to the left or right. Let's go ahead and just sort of drag this down over here and make this a little bit more equal. Grab 2 layers, slightly move these guys over a little, move this down here. I'm gonna put this in the sort of center area, a little bit more centered. something like this, I guess. And we can sort of, I guess, create a end node for these parts. Or, yeah, you know what? I think creating an end node makes it look nicer. I'm gonna go ahead and just sort of paint over from this side and draw that. I'm also going to slightly shift this guy upwards a little so that this line connects with this over here, so there's like more of a continuity on the lines. Sort of just shift this guy upwards, or actually just hold Command, go up, and it should line up. Well, not exactly, just 1 pixel off. Move this up a little bit more over here. Seems pretty good. And this line right here, we're just gonna go ahead and draw a sort of node over to this side. Or, you know what? I think it'd be easier if I just simply took one of these images, or one of these nodes right here. Just connected this, copy and paste it, slightly shift it downwards, about like this much, I think. Let's see. Do the lines match up? Yes, it does. And slightly move it inwards, make it about the same distance as this one to this one. I believe it is 6 pixels wide, and yeah, about like this much. Seems pretty good. And I can do the same thing over here. Let's grab that piece again. Copy, well, no, not copy, just paste it. Same piece right here. Gonna flip this guy, edit, transform, flip vertical, and flip horizontal. And we're just gonna slightly move this guy over here. Let's see, the line was over here. I am going to move this down one here, slightly shift it over. And I guess we can make this part a little bit shorter. So I'm just going to take this, drag this guy down to like this far, or this height, same height as this right here. And let's erase the extra bits. Let's see. Paint this section. Make this back to this part right here. Just take this, paint that over, and yeah, there we go. Looks like a fairly decent looking sort of circuitry or circuit area right here. I'm gonna just select all these layers again, right click and merge, so they're one flat layer. You can add additional details on if you want. I feel like if these areas here are pretty empty, so I'm just gonna simply go ahead and take this part right here, this square, copy and paste. Just drag this to, well, like here. Paste another one, maybe paste it right here. We can make it smaller if you want. You know, make it a little bit more diverse. Doesn't have to be perfectly large squares right there. Let's go maybe like this, different type of pattern if you want. Actually, it looks better. I think I should just should have kept that sort of look instead. So I'm just gonna go back and brush, paint this side, make it look like so. Just missing corners, a bit round. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. We can merge all these layers again. Merge layers, and we can kind of test it out, make it kind of see how it looks if we do sort of shift it by offsetting it. Just gonna go into filter, filter other, and we're going to offset it, say let's see, horizontally. Okay, guess we're missing some parts right here, because when we sort of combined, or we pasted everything, the pieces were, there was like additional pieces on the side, and it sort of calculated that in with it. So let's see, I'm gonna cancel this. To fix that sort of issue, we're just gonna basically crop the image itself right here. You can actually just simply go ahead, Go into Marquee, click Command A, select all, copy and paste a new layer, and it basically just turns this image into, well, the image that you see here. And there's nothing else in the sort of dark spaces over here. You can test it out by simply going to Filter. You can go into Other and offset this right here. And as you can see right now, there is no sort of those odd looking sort of spaces in between the areas that we previously had. Yeah, as you can see, we can just basically move this and see how it looks if we were to stitch this one frame as our our background or our floor piece right here. And yeah, we can use this, run it infinitely on a loop, and you'll get sort of this nice circuit looking floor piece right there. Just gonna cancel it. I don't really want to offset it. I'd rather have it sitting right here right now. We can add on additional details if you want. Right now it seems like a fairly decent looking foreground. So yeah, if you do want to add more details, by all means you can go ahead and do that. But that's pretty much what I want to have our floor look like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, now that we've got our floor piece done, we're gonna go ahead and create sort of other additional assets that we can use in our game. Let's create a new group right here under our background. I'm gonna call it the block piece right here. And I'm just going to turn off our floor, or the visibility of our floor folder right here. Let's go over to the Marquee tool. Just going to go into the center, maybe actually hold Alt and Shift and just drag, Alt and Shift, drag out a square area here. It doesn't have to be too big or doesn't have to be too small. Slightly shift this, make it so that it is perfectly centered. Let's go turn on our sort of color right here, or our floor folder again. I'm gonna use a brush. Let's go over to our layer here, first layer ground color. I'm gonna use Alt to get the color picker option or tool. Just click on the color right here. Let's go back into the block folder. I'm gonna create a new layer right here. Under the new layer, we're going to go Function Shift F5 to fill in the empty or sort of space that we sort of grabbed right here. And I'm going to go ahead and just simply take our pattern that we have, that we use in our floor right here. I'm going to go copy and paste this. Actually, let's go Command A, select everything in this layer, copy. And we're going to go into the block again. I'm going to create a new layer up here. Paste, Command V, and there you go. Let's turn off our floors again. Don't need that right now. I'm going to just slightly shrink the sort of the sort of circuit looking image right here. If we shrink it, it's going to slightly change up some things. Sometimes it might be bad, sometimes it might be good. I'm going to hold onto Alt so it shrinks from the other side as well, so it mirrors one side to the other. I'm going to slightly shrink this down, like this much. Slightly bring this up, click Enter. And as you can see, it doesn't look that bad. We can take this. I am going to select the sort of pattern right here, duplicate it, and flip it around. Place it on the other side right here. Let's go Command A. Copy, paste, drag this down a little. I'm going to flip this, transform. Let's go flip vertical. And seems pretty good. It's a mirror image right now though. I want this to be, on the other side instead. So same thing, transform, flip horizontal. And let's sort of drag this upwards, see how it looks. It's a bit really looking like it is, I guess, compressed looking. Seems pretty decent. Let's move these two layers upwards a little so it's within the box right here. And yeah, it actually looks pretty decent. It has like these, I guess, crisscrossing wires or these circuits right here. And the broken circuit that we had from before, as you can see right here, from the floor piece, the one that goes nowhere, sort of connects onto a separate sort of a layer, well, not layer, one of the other circuits right here. It actually makes it look pretty decent. Yeah, we can just take these two, right click, and we're going to merge the layers. And we have ourselves a fairly decent looking block right here. Some little things that we should maybe change up, maybe add in some of the pixels that we want over here. I'm going to select the bright color here, add in those little dots, extra details, make it look decent looking. You can fix up some of the lines if you want. It's not that bad. I actually like these areas looking like that. It's thin. Let me fix this one as well too, because it's a mirror image right here. Can generally just take half of this, fix it, then flip it again, do the same thing, and yeah, we have ourselves a fairly decent looking block piece right here. Now, if you feel like this is the sort of turquoise color is slightly a little bit too close to the outside right here, we could maybe just expand or make our dark blue sort of color slightly larger, the square a little bit larger. I'm going to hold on to Alt and Shift. Let me just hold Alt over here. Actually, no, I don't need to hold Alt. Just click like that, click Enter, and all the sort of circuits are within here. You know what? Never mind. I'll just leave it like this. It looks better, generally, having it look like this instead. But yeah, there you go. We have a block piece that we can use. Can maybe tone down the colors of the sort of circuit right here. Maybe change it a little bit so it kind of differs from our floor. So it doesn't really look completely the same. I'm just gonna go ahead. Let's turn this back on. Turn off the folder. I'm gonna go ahead. Go use the, I guess, hue and saturation will work right here. I'm gonna use on that adjustment layer on our just the colors over here. Just gonna click on this so that the adjustment layer is just going to affect the circuit colors right here. Going to slightly change it a little bit. We can change it a little bit different colors right here. Just drag it around. Play around with what color you want. I can make it a little bit, I guess, light green, something like this. You can change the saturation of the color. You can make it bright. Just leave it like so. Put a 0. And yeah, I can change brightness, make it dark, make it bright. Or we can add like, I guess we can make it so that it's two colors right here. You can animate it, make it sort of blink in and out. You can make it blink in and out. It's like constantly blinking. If you want to do that, it's an extra sort of procedure. But yeah, right now we have a fairly decent looking image right here. Our block is ready to go. You can just be done with this if you want. Yeah, that's pretty much it for our block piece or our block asset for our background. We'll continue on later. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, let's go ahead and create some additional assets. I was thinking of making a simple block, or not block, a simple sort of object for our background again, such as a sort of a pillar piece. Just going to create a new folder, and we are going to, I'm going to drag this in here. I'm going to call this the pillar, and let's go ahead, turn off our block piece right here. Actually, you know what? We can maybe take this image right here, this block, and just reuse it again, recycle things. So it saves you a lot of time and don't have to redo a bunch of things. I'm just gonna go ahead, take these images right here. I'm gonna duplicate layers. Let's drag them into the pillar. I'm gonna close off our block, turn it off right here. Let's grab these layers, these copied layers. I'm going to right click, merge them all. Right click, scroll down to merge layers. And I am going to slightly transform this. Let's make it a lot smaller. Command T, and let's hold on Alt and Shift. Let's go something like this. And let's see. Click Enter, and that actually makes it into a fairly interesting looking pattern right here. I'm gonna slightly just move this guy up to the very top right here, and let's also, paint these sections here. I want a sort of top and bottom sort of color that is the bright turquoise sort of color right there. Just gonna paint this section. Let's grab this, paint this over here to there, grab this part, paint it over here to there, and actually, you know what I'm doing? Paint it over here from here to there. There you go. Now let's take this cube right here and Command A, select everything in our canvas, copy and paste. Command C, Command V. If you do not know what copy and paste is, just gonna move this to the very bottom, and let's maybe flip this upside down so it's not exactly the same as this. Well, it's gonna be kind of the same, but just slightly different. Let's go to transform. We're gonna flip this horizontally, and as you can see, it flips this into a sort of different direction right here, these lines that we have here. And let's go ahead. I'm gonna create a new layer. Place it maybe in the very bottom right here. I am going to select from here to here, from 1 pixel, other side to the very bottom right here, as you can see right there. And it's just 1 pixel off right here. I wanted to just leave it empty right here, so it looks like a pillar. Let's go ahead and select one of the colors right here. I'm gonna go into brush again, use Alt, hold Alt when you're using your paintbrush, and we can select the color right here. Let's go into this layer, function Shift F5, fill in the empty section, and there you go. Seems pretty nice. Now we can manually, again, just paint in some lines, add in sort of the circuit looking color. I'm gonna grab that. And I'm gonna maybe use the sort of turquoise, or not turquoise, the lighter, this color instead. So I slipped my mind, I can't remember the color name. Anyways, let's just go ahead and paint sort of these, I guess, crisscrossing wires or lines right here. So one singular, let's drop this down to here, paint it over, and I can just basically take this right here, copy and paste it, copy, paste. Let's drag it downwards like so, paste, and seems pretty decent. Yeah, seems okay. I'm just gonna grab these, merge them together, copy all of them again, Command A, Command C, Command V, just drop it down slightly, and we can maybe merge this, make it a little bit thicker like so. Merge all these guys together again, and there you go. We have sort of this slight more detail in the sort of center pillar of our pillar. But yeah, there you go. We have another sort of asset done, slight detail that we can add into the background so it doesn't look empty. And yeah, makes it look a little bit nicer. You can add on additional things. I don't know if you want to do like a glow or something, but for now, this pillar looks fairly decent. You can just leave it like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay, with the pillar, blocks, and floors generally completed, as you can see right here, it's actually pretty decent, but it's really, I guess, detailed, bright. It sticks out a lot. I was thinking of maybe not adding in a, I guess, a further detailed background, because these pieces right here are basically the I guess the foreground pieces that you see, and for the actual background itself, we could maybe add in just a flat dark gray sort of color. I don't want anything super detailed that sticks out, because that is the job of these foreground sort of object pieces. So just simply create a new folder. Let's just call this the back I guess back sky or something. I guess back image. Back sky. Let's go back sky instead. And let's just go this new layer. We're just going to use a dark gray. You can just use any general flat color because I don't really want a really detailed background. If you do, you can, but kind of look odd. It's a little bit too much detail everywhere. Just gonna go Function Shift F5, click Enter, and we should get a just flat dark gray color, as you can see right here. Let's maybe drag this folder down below underneath these guys here, so you can see what it would look like, as you can see right now. And you can also turn off the grid right here. Just gonna turn off the grid. Where are you, grid? Show grid. I guess you can still see it because of we're really zoomed in right here. You can see individual pixels. If you zoom out, it should be able to see that the pillar right here sticks out a lot more compared to the background. It just feels nicer. It's a little bit more silent in the back, a little bit more, well, I guess details in our foreground right here. And if you turn these other things on, you can tell it looks pretty decent. But again, if we do want to add details onto the background, I'd sort of suggest not to do that because it just adds on a lot of noise to our background. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a simple, flat image right there that we can use as our background. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching this course. If you want to watch the rest of the course, the link is down below. Not only will you get the access to this course, but you'll get access to a lot of other courses in a huge bundle, and it's on sale today. So buy it before the sale ends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.